Welcome back to my Meet the Agent series. In this series we're going to be looking at the pros and cons of every agent, including their abilities. Next up we have Brimstone. Brimstone is a controller, meaning he uses his smokes to slow pushes and block enemies off of angles.
They think I'm an old dog.
Brimstone's C ability is his stim beacon. It costs $100 and he can buy 2 of them at the start of every round. What they do is anyone, including your enemies and teammates standing inside, get a 10% fire rate bonus while they have the combat stim effect. Their recoil will also be reduced by 10%, so you won't have to adjust your recoil control at all because the fire rate and recoil control will balance each other out. It's good when you're rushing into an engagement. You can boost you and your team and give yourself the slight edge. Although it's often not used very effectively because they'll often just give themselves the stim beacon effect, it's better used for your entire team. You can see the stim effect lasts for 4 seconds after you leave the circle, so you can use it by throwing it back and then having your team push through it and peek the angle. Even if they're not standing with it, they still have that fire rate buff. Next up is his Q ability. It is his Molotov. It does a lot of damage to anyone standing inside of it. It costs $300 and you can buy it once per round. The interesting thing about Brimstone's Molotov is it can bounce. It will always bounce twice before it explodes. So this allows you to get some interesting lineups. And anyone standing in it, as I already said, will take a lot of damage. It'll actually do even more damage to your enemies, but you must be careful because it will also do damage to his teammates. Next up, Brimstone's signature abilities are his Sky Smokes. He gets 1 at the start of every round for free, and he can have up to 3 by purchasing each additional smoke for 100 credits. He can place them on his little map. When he presses E, it pulls up this map, and he can place them where he wants them, even before the round starts. And as soon as he's ready to go, right clicks, and you can see all the angles I clicked are now smoked off. This is a good smoke for taking A site because it blocks off ramp, heaven, and screens. You still have to be careful of balcony and hell, and anyone on site. Lastly, we have Brimstone's ultimate. By pressing X, it brings up a very similar map to the Sky Smokes. However, you can see much more of the map in his X ability instead of his E. You can see on his E, we can barely see out to mid. On his X, we can see all the way out almost to B heaven. Now, anywhere you drop this, it will do a ton of damage to both teammates and enemies.
Open up the sky!
As you see, if we drop it over there, you can see the orbital strike will basically just drop a giant laser from space, doing a ton of damage to anyone in it. There's a small spool up time, so no one takes damage until it starts. You can see it's about 2 seconds spool up time and then 4 seconds of space laser. It's very effective for clearing an angle. For instance, if the enemies are pushing A short and there's or not A short, just A in general, and there's a lot of them, I can ult this and you can see they can't run back into this corner because my ult covers it. They either have to full on retreat or push into our guns.
Open up the sky! My ult's
ready. So take out orbs. So Brimstone's ult, it's very powerful. Costs 6 ult orbs. That's all for today. Thank you guys for watching.